would define beauty as something that's more than the visual. It's more um, inside characteristics like personality, stuff like that.
Somebody that's kind.
I define beauty as confidence in yourself and what you think is beautiful.
I don't think there's one definition of beauty. I think it's a completely subjective thing.
Well, my idea of beauty was framed from what I experienced when I was younger, which was basically being, told over and over that, I was a mixed race kid in a country that was predominantly white, and beauty was, you were told it was white, and it was blonde, and it was blue-eyed, and it was definitely not anyone who looked like me. What framed my idea of beauty then was actually getting involved in the punk scene when I was about 11 years old, and then ongoing, where I was surrounded by people who were different from all kinds of backgrounds, and embraced being different and didn't buy into what the media wants you to believe.
I think growing up, I've had like a lot of different like stereotypes of what beauty has been. On my like black side, they've always been like, wear your natural hair, like wear like things that enhance like your figure. But on my Japanese side, they're more conservative kind of, and they would like, oh, I love your hair when it's straight or something like that. So growing up, I had a lot of troubles deciding who or like which side I wanted to how I wanted to show my own beauty. But now I've known that just I can show both of my cultures and just be myself and show the beauty that I have on both sides.
For me, religion's played a big role in what beauty is. I mean, I'm a practicing Muslim who covers, and part of the religion just requires us to cover so that people actually learn and get to know us for who we are. It forces people to know us. So it's played a big role on, giving me that self-confidence of, forcing people to know me for who I am.
I think the media is very interesting because it tells you all these things about how to be confident and how not to listen to other people, but then the people that they broadcast is like the overall perspective of beauty is very different than who the regular person is.
Well, first, I think that right now the media, it's really hard for people, and like especially girls, I think, growing up to like see what's in the media, because I think the media, it's always the skinny girl, it's always like one archetype. And I think that being a model has taught me more that beauty, it's more in the art, it's not in the person.
Like most media in Germany we get is like from America, but it's also like different. Like Germans like a lot like blonde people with blue or green eyes. Like brown eyes are like not that good as like blue or green eyes, and like blonde is the best. I think America has like more types of beauty, just because it's a like huge country, and like you have so many popular people who looks like not alike, and like Germany is like really small, so like everyone looks kind of alike. It's always blue eyes. This is like the main thing for, I think, for a lot of colored girls, that brown eyes are just brown eyes, but blue eyes are like all the actresses, and the media is dominated by white people, like white males, females, but and so these like Eurocentric beauty standards are forced upon us. Especially colored girls need that type of representation in media, because then it's like, if we see these ways that we're not, and they're glorified, then it kind of makes us feel like, oh, like why don't I have straight hair? Why don't I have blue eyes?
Wouldn't they affect anyone? I mean, they're in your face all the time. I think that the stronger minded an individual is, the less that becomes their objective standard of beauty, and the more wiggle room there is. I think that no matter who you are, though, and how strong-minded or independent you are, you're going to be affected.
I feel like if people won't like me if I don't live up to the expectation that they have in their mind.
I don't like to say so, but Yes, they do. They make me really self-conscious. I don't have the biggest boobs, the biggest butt. I'm not tall. I'm not the skinniest. And that just makes me really self-conscious all the time. And I try to ignore it, but it's kind of hard.
Thought of myself as a free spirit, and I think that because I did as a child kind of fit what society's perception of like what a beautiful woman is. She's blonde, she's thin. I was very much, I didn't want to change the way that I looked at all. But now that I've grown up and I've seen, women who are in punk music, who are in rock music, other actresses who do alternative movies, I've kind of, I've realized that being beautiful sometimes does mean changing the way that you look to fit the way that you feel.
At 17, I did let the media influence how I viewed beauty because I felt like I wasn't beautiful and I wanted to be beautiful like the models or the actresses. So I was very insecure about myself at that time. But at my age now, I've come through a lot of stages. And at this age, I remember when I was getting older, growing older, I kind of wanted to have a facelift or do a little modification here. But at my age, I don't think it's necessary. I remember someone told me when I was in my 20s that your looks are okay, work on your mind. So that meant get as much education and learn as much as you can and develop your mind and quit worrying about what you look like.
When I was younger, I was sexually assaulted, and I never have really told many people before, so it's kind of my first time. But I think I've always just kind of viewed myself as there's something wrong with me, why me, I don't know, there just had to be something wrong with me for this to happen to me. And I think it was really hard growing up, just accepting me for who I am.
Someone who comes to mind is Serena Williams. I think she is one of the most beautiful women on earth because she doesn't give a fuck and she's really confident in her ability to perform, and that's just I feel like that's a beautiful quality. It doesn't have to be aesthetically how you look.
Because of her necklace.
The person who first comes to mind is my partner, whom I think is absolutely beautiful.
I think of Kim Kardashian when it does come to beauty, because I don't know, everybody tells me she's so pretty, she has the perfect eyebrows, she has the perfect skin.
To try and single out one person for somebody who comes to mind for beauty is for me is too difficult, because I'm constantly inspired by people, activists and writers and musicians and everyday people who are doing amazing things and who are beautiful people.
Yeah, I do think I'm beautiful.
I hope so.
Yes.
I do.
I think I am. I think I'm beautiful. I'm confident in how I look, and I'm confident that I am beautiful, and I think because I think I'm beautiful, I've become more confident in myself, and I'm able to be happy. When you don't think you're beautiful, you hate yourself, and when you hate yourself, you're wasting your life, and I don't want to waste my life. I just want to be happy.
Yeah, I think I'm beautiful.
I would like to think so.
I do think that I'm beautiful.
I do think I'm beautiful.
I think I am beautiful. Yes, I do.
I think I'm beautiful because I do try to, because based on my definition of what I think beauty is, that you do want to do good for people, be kind, be gentle, be respectful, because I really try to project that as much as possible. And being a teacher, I know I push my students a lot, and a lot of them may come out thinking that I'm mean at the beginning, but then they realize how much I really want them to succeed, so I'm really pushing them to succeed.
I think that my personality has grown to become more beautiful over time. but I still think that I could use some work on some things.
Pretty comfortable the way I am now.
I don't think that I'm beautiful, but I neither think that I'm not.
I think I'm beautiful.
I would refer to myself as easy on the eye.
I've been actually dealing with this a lot lately is, am I conducting myself and conducting my life and my teaching in a way that is beautiful? And that has been actually, I haven't used the term beautiful, but that's been something that I've been really grappling with the last few months. is am I acting in a way that, that's a good way of putting it, is beautiful? And that's what I worry about.
Do you think you're beautiful?
Yes, I believe I'm beautiful, and I'm beautiful because I'm uniquely me, and there's only one of me. When I look in the mirror and I see me, I think,
Yeah, I'm beautiful. I think so. Just like doing this project and hearing everyone else's like answers and how like their past experiences with like dealing with beauty and society and like the pressures of especially being a woman, I feel like it's just taught me to just love yourself and just also like I've learned it from just my 17 years of life, just accepting who I am. But I think this project has really helped me grow as a person, and realize that there are so many different types of beauty, and like, who am I not to be beautiful?
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ooh, my footage is.
Oh, I stuttered a lot, but we're done.